Hello, thank you for watching this video. In this video I will show you how you can create a new process by providing a file with an event log. Before you can get started, you can find an own file yourself, but also on this website from Microsoft, on Microsoft Learn, there's a tutorial how you can get started with the process mining. And over here you can find some sample data which can be downloaded. It's supported with French and also English labels. I already downloaded the English version, so we'll go back to Power Automate. If you want to create a new process, you can click the tile Start Here. Now you can choose between process mining or task mining. I will keep the data source on import data for process mining. We can provide a process name, for example, my first process. And this is a demo for create a new process. Click continue. Now from here you can use 4 steps to connect to the data and make certain changes or adjustments. The first step would be providing a source file. You can choose, for example, some popular sources, an Excel workbook, maybe an SQL Server database, a SharePoint folder, Dataverse, but you can also provide a CSV file. If you click on View More, then there are more options available, like an Access database, SAP. You can also look at data flows, for example. And what is not available as connector here, but is available in Power Automate Flows, is a connector for Microsoft Dynamics 365 for finance operations and also not for Business Central. To overcome that, you can probably work with text files or maybe a data lake. And there's also an option to first get data in Dataverse. It all depends on the scenarios and look at performance and cost. But there's also an option to use OData and connect with F&O, for example, with the data entities. Now today I will upload a text file which I already stored on my OneDrive. So I will go to my OneDrive folder and will choose the sample data, which is just new here. It will try to create a connection with your own credentials to the OneDrive. If it fails, you would need to provide different credentials to be able to access that folder. Now the next step would be just previewing the data, where you can check if the data is really correct or not. If the data is correct, you will click next, and now you'll get an environment which is just like Power Query. And over here what you can do is remove columns. You can also apply filters and make some minor changes as well. Now what I will do over here is filter the location and remove San Francisco. Might probably not be interested, just to show you that you can filter the data. You can also remove some of the columns. This one, for example. You'll see also all applied steps appearing at the right side. If this is correct, then the next step would be linking the attributes in this file with the attributes for process mining. At the left column, you'll see the attribute names, which are all the column headers from your source, having, in this case, location, role, vendor ID, the start, the case, and the activity name. And now we need to map them all to an attribute type for the process mining, which you can do with the second column. Now we must map at least the case ID, the activity, and an event start. So what we can do is start with the case ID, map it to a single use case ID, which is the mandatory one. We can also map the start date time with the event start and the activity name with the activity. And also we can, for example, define if an attribute is to be used as a case or event level attribute. In this case, the process is always in one single location, not divided across different locations. So in that case, you can mark it as a case level attribute. Well, we will go now and click on Save and Analyze, and that will start the preparing of the report for you. After clicking the button, Power Automate Process Mining will prepare a report for you. Now when the data preparation is ready, it will load the Power BI dashboard for your process, and you can start investigating and do some more mining. Compared to my last video, the result looks a bit different. Not on the first one with the occurrences, but when you go to the performance, you would only see the times between the processes, and the execution times themselves are not set, still all 0, because I didn't provide the end time in the mapping of the fields. In my next video, I will explain you more details about the data requirements of the event logs, and also show some examples to use only the minimum or more attributes and options to do your process mining, with some neat example to make it understandable and easy for you. Well, thank you for watching this video. Until next time. Bye bye.